Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with the Crypto Mark. Let's talk some ADA, right? Cardano under 50 cents. A lot to talk about. Bitcoin halving just completed. But let's get into it, guys. I want to share with you the top 3 price predictions for ADA following the Bitcoin halving. So for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome in. Please subscribe down below, smash that like button, and as always, let me know your guys' price prediction. Curious to hear what you guys have to say. Apologies, I'm out of the office. I'm traveling this weekend down in North Carolina, hanging out with some family. All right, but we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna share with you guys my thoughts as well. So make sure you guys stick around to the end of this video. And as always, not financial advice, so please do your own research and due diligence along the way with everything crypto, financial we talk about here on the channel. All right, but this is what we're looking at: the top 3 Cardano price predictions after the Bitcoin halving. And as we are currently looking at the trading view, you can see we've kind of started that next green leg up here, right? 50 cents. We've just ticked over it a little bit earlier in the day. That bottom moving average you can see right here, guys. This is one where we're looking to cross above that once more, right? We had a big red candle dropping below it, and now we're looking for Cardano to bounce up and kind of reclaim that territory, okay? But for Cardano, you can zoom out and you can really see this range that we've been trading into, right? That 65 to 50 cents range. It's just kind of how I view it, right? We've been stuck in that more broader bouncing back and forth, support, resistance, back and forth, okay? And we're kind of stuck in it, which it's okay. If you're playing the long game, it's okay. That's kind of how I view it. I'm not really too concerned. I'm not dying to sell my ADA. But let's get into it. Let's talk about the top 3 Cardano price predictions for after the Bitcoin halving. Now, it's been successful, and as always, guys, historically, it's been a non-eventful event, okay? That's kind of where we look for more of a rumor, sell the rumor, kind of sell the news event, where we see a lot of liquidations leading up to the event. But more so, the Bitcoin halving has really been non-consequential to anything in terms of an immediate impact over the historical halving cycles, okay? This is where we've seen, the miners' rewards for each block dropping from 625 to 3125 BTC, okay? And that's where a lot of cryptos experience volatility. We have historically, 2 corrections, if you will, 2 pullbacks before the halving cycle, okay? And that's where we saw Cardano drop below 50 cents. Now, historically, this also paves the way, like I said, it's a non-event, but the next 6 to 16 months are usually pretty high test bull cycle, okay? And that's where we see the impact for crypto prices. But as we get further into it, right, this is where we're going to see ADA, particularly during the last Bitcoin halving, traded around 5 cents, which kind of crazy to think about. But interesting enough, this is where we see a 6,100% rally that we had from Cardano, hitting that all-time high of $3.10, just almost a little bit over a year and a couple months later on September 2nd, 2021, okay? Now, the top 3 post-Cardano price predictions for the post-halving would be $30, which is extremely bullish, okay? That would be basically allowing for the same 6,100% surge repeating itself several months after. I'm not too much on board with that. That would be absolutely crazy. I can guarantee you one thing: I wouldn't be on YouTube if Cardano went to $30 with the amount of Cardano that I hold. All right, but now that one's out of the room, let's get to the next one. ADA to $7.50, coming out from Jake Gagan. That's something where it's more modest, okay? This is where we see a 1,411% rally from current prices, so almost a little over a 14x. I could see that. But more so, this is where you look for a $6.66 to $7.77 is another model where we see a $240 billion valuation within that $280 billion valuation if we would hit that $7.70 mark, okay? So that's something where, Cardano hitting a 4% peak dominance from the previous cycle, that's where Ghost Fund co-founder Chris would look for that price prediction. But for me, and just being honest with you guys, I think if we could get back to all-time highs, I'm more of a keep it 100 kind of person, right? Cardano would need a lot more than just the Bitcoin halving to hit those levels, right? We're going to need the Bitcoin halving. We're going to need FOMO. We're going to need retail involvement, institutional involvement, and Cardano adoption, okay? It's a little bit different this go around, right? Cardano wasn't really kind of, it was in a way that like that mysterious unknown that attracted people. Nowadays, everybody's kind of known that there is no more mysterious, right? Everybody's kind of tired of it. It's not flashy. It's not a Solana. And whether you guys are in love with ADA's technology and you think it's far superior than Solana, it doesn't matter, because to get to these levels, and that's all I'm talking about. I'm not trying to say anything different, but I'm not trying to FUD it either. But to get to these levels that these three price predictions are at, we would need all of those facets. And to get those facets, you would need that flashiness to involve the retail folk, okay? To get that involvement from those retail investors. Now, for me though, what I want to tell you guys about and how I feel about it, that's all fine and dandy. I think it can happen, but for just these next 6 to 16 months, let's just worry about even getting to $1, okay? Then we can talk about $3, okay? If we hit $1, then I know we can hit $3, but I'm not gonna entertain the likes of $6, $7. I'm not gonna like to entertain $30, $7.50, none of that within the next months following the halving, okay? Sure, it could happen down the road. I'm bullish on Cardano. I'm long on Cardano. That's just me. But when I'm looking at for these next 6 to 16 months, if Cardano could even hit all-time highs, the more bullish prediction for me would be that $9 to $12 range. That's more so a 2030 outlook. But in this next 2024, 2025, 2026, I'm more so in the camp of hitting that $3.50 to $5 in that range. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just more of a more humbler, modest, glass half full. I'm not trying to put the cart in front of the horse. Let's just try to call it what it is. Let's get Cardano functioning and doing what it needs to be doing, and then the rest will take care of itself. The price is something where you don't want to artificially help that out. Let it take care of itself, and I can promise you one thing, that would mean that Cardano is doing very, very well if that happens. So that's what I had to bring to you guys in this video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Remember to subscribe on your way out. Smash that like button. Appreciate you all, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.